Hey guys, Daft World Mr. Great, Dan Daft the Grey, and welcome to my experiment. Now for those who have been following me for quite some time, they know I'm a skeptic. I'm an open skeptic, but I am a skeptic. I follow the scientific based facts of the universe and what have you, and any debunking videos I've ever made throughout the history of my YouTube channel, it's always been about the clips presented in front of me, the special effects, see if I can break down the effects they're using in those clips. That's it. I've been on some paranormal investigations with other teams. I'm just as like an observer. I've really enjoyed them. Never seen anything, unfortunately, but yeah. A while ago, I came up with this experiment in my head. Basically, for a couple of my own paranormal investigations, I would try my best to follow the rules of what other investigators use, just to see if I can come to the same conclusion as these investigators by using the same apps, the same equipment they all use, which I'll give you a breakdown of the equipment in just a bit. Now, if you've watched my channel, you know my thoughts on pretty much all of the equipment that's used in paranormal investigations, which for the sake of this experiment, I'm not going to go into right now. But I will be using as much as I can of the same equipment that paranormal investigators use. So I wanted to start by doing a baseline test in my own house. I've been living in this house for well over 6 months. It's a cold house, there's a little bit of damp in it, and obviously when you first move into any house, you hear the creaks and bangs and you don't recognize them, but the more you live in an area, the more you recognize the bangs. Oh, that's the pipes, that's that. So I thought to start off on my little paranormal investigation journey, I would do a baseline test in my house. Baseline paranormal investigation. Because my way of thinking about it is, if I do a paranormal investigation in a place where I know very well, my house, and I use all the same equipment that paranormal investigators use. I spend a couple of days doing it. I'm not just there for a couple of hours. Obviously, I live here. By using the same equipment, would I come to the same conclusion as if I was in a supposedly most haunted place, UK, whatever? Obviously, this is going to be the UK because that's where I'm based. So yeah, we're going to see how it goes. See if anything happens in my own house. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll be a changed man after this. Who knows? But anyway, I hope you enjoy. Just for this experiment, I'm going to be using the K2, an extra camera, a surface thermometer, a phone with cracked screen, obviously for the ghost tube app, and finally, a trigger object, and possibly one of them.
Cursed. Worried. Worried. I'm close. Cursed.
Oh my god, I'm down instantly again.
Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Sacrifice. Abused. I can't talk. I can't talk. Hello. Hello.
So this is where I'm just gonna walk around in the daytime, just have a look around with this. Not this, like I said, this isn't going to be the asking part. This is just going to be the baseline test. around me house, me haunted house. I don't know if it's haunted, but this is currently my little computer room where I do all the stuff. So I've done like a baseline test, just standing there, and I'm expecting things to go off here. Excuse the mess on my desk, mine, by the way. Nothing off Luke Skywalker. Nothing off that plane flying by. This is a radiator. I don't know if it gives off anything at all. The Ouija board. You gonna give me anything, Ouija board? Come on, now's your chance. Nothing. The bingo bollocks board? Nothing. All my electronics here. Nothing. Wally wants nothing to do with it. Mulder wants nothing to do with it. I tapped it, that's why it went. Light switches. Nothing. Let's go around the house. Light switch here. I'm not even sure what that is. We will be going into the other rooms at some point. This is the spare room where I literally dumped all my junk when I moved in. Still there. Light switch, nothing. Right. This cable, it's not supposed to look like that. I got it running down from my router from downstairs to the upstairs room where I do all the computer stuff. So this room I'm in now is it's basically the living room, but I spend zero time down here whatsoever. It's literally my settee with my TV, and that's it. I spend no time down here. All my time is spent upstairs in the computer room because, you know, I'm always like either playing a video game or making videos, whatever. Here's my router. Okay, so it goes a bit nuts here. Back over here for a sec. Try that again. Yeah, so obviously Wi-Fi signal. That's my router, by the way. The Wi-Fi signal gives off a lot of EMF. I don't think it's the radiator. No. No, it's the router. So the router gives off a ton of EMF. How far away can we get from it before it stops? Come on, you bugger. I can't see behind me. Roughly here. This is where I did the baseline the other day. I go back to the router. Yeah, so the router will set this off. So pretty much rule out any time you get a reading of sorts, you're close to a router, there you go. This is my kitchen, which I'm not going to show you too much because I got a board with there with important documents which I forgot to take down. The microwave. Not a lot. But yeah, that's EMF stuff. You know, a couple of rooms which are around my house. So what I'm going to do now is another baseline test. I'm going to whip out this bloody ghost tube thing. Like I said, doesn't matter. But, you know, this is what ghost hunters use. So we are going to stick to it. And I'm not going to ask out anything. I'm just going to let it go. Will that set her off, actually? That beeping is the sensor in the phone. Speak. Just wondering if it sets anything off with the router. As you can probably guess, I don't have many visitors here because I'm always in work, and you know I don't spend much time in this house, to be honest. Like I said, the reason I'm using Ghost Tube, is because I want to stick to as many of the same tools as actual paranormal investigators use for when I do my little experiment. And out of all the apps, I think this is the closest you can get to the phone actually using its own sensors and triggers. So, you know what I think about these kind of apps, but it's for the experiment. Like I said, this is daytime. When it comes to the beginning, well, this is the beginning of the experiment technically. This is the baseline test. But when it comes to actually doing it, it'll be at night. It'll be lights off. It won't be night vision. I don't have night vision, but I'll have my little RGB light on. So in the tests you would have seen at the beginning, I did have, this has been speaking a lot when I haven't done anything. So I haven't said anything. I've just let it run while I like play Fallout 4 or something. Again, this isn't about calling out to anything in the daytime. I'm just literally walking around with the EMF detector and my phone. This is the bedroom. I'm not going to show you, it's a bit of a mess. I sometimes live like a student.
I want to come.
I'm not even going to answer that. Is that proof of the app actually working?
This is my place.
It's my place. The irony of that, saying that in my bedroom, I'm just saying. I'm not going to answer any more than that. Like I said, this isn't about calling out. This is just walking around with the tools in my hand and seeing what pops up in the daytime until I do the nighttime part. This is where I sit most of the time. I'm by all the electronics now, so any sensors going off should be setting it all off. I'm pushing buttons, aren't I? Oh shit. That beeping, I think it's when it's picking up like an EMF, I think. Not entirely that's how. Not entirely sure. I'm not going to go too long in the daytime because, you know, just want to get into it. What do you say? Not. One last walk around. I think I just flipped my bloody phone. There you go. One last walk around downstairs with the Ghost Tube app, which everybody loves. Teresa, who's Teresa? I don't know. I'm actually in the bathroom. The coldest room in the bloody house. I'm in the toilet. This is the kind of content you want to see on this channel. So like I said, for those who are thinking, what the hell is he doing just walking around in the daytime holding a bloody phone up? This is the baseline test, the beginning of the baseline test, I should say. My arm's aching now. Alright, I think I'm just going to wait for night. Go lights out, apart from the tiny little light on my camera.
Are you okay?
I am fine. I want to see how it goes. Okay, so it is just gone 10 p.m. Let me just say that close because I got my computer upstairs with the Yeti mic recording audio upstairs just in case. I have the GoPro here. Obviously I got my normal camera there. The GoPro is filming the Ouija board with a pencil right there with animal. For whatever, I have the, I forgot to add it. I didn't know it tells you what Amy's correct videos. okay, Amy, come on, let me, there you go, thank you. So you got the Ghost Tube running, the Ouija board with the pencil, because I haven't got a planchette, and I also have this, the K2 meter. Now I'm just going to have a quick run around test, just to test all the devices I got. Now I do know that it goes a bit wild next to open phones, and like I pointed out the other day or earlier on, really, it goes nuts near Wi-Fi routers. And just to have a look, I'm in the main living room at the moment, the room I never use. Let me just double check down here. That's the gas meter. My TV is not on anyway. That was me knocking something, right? So like I said, if you If you're wondering why I'm doing this in my house first, like I said, I've lived here for 6 months. I hear bangs and knocks, but I'm used to them now. But, you know, I'm going to put the K2, no, I'm going to walk around with it first. But I thought the baseline test should be done in somewhere which is familiar with every piece of equipment that paranormal investigators use, and just see what happens. See if like I get anything on the ghost tube. If the Ouija board wants to do anything, I'd be very happy. With the GoPro running, I haven't used the GoPro for a while, so hopefully it continues to go. I don't know, it is flashing red, so I'm not sure. So I'm going to go quick. So, my name's Dan. I've lived here for about 6 months. You should know me by now, but I've never actually talked to you. If there is anyone here, feel free to communicate through this board. If you want to move the pencil, you can move it to the letters to tell me here. I'd really appreciate that. There's an electronic device here. Apparently, if you go near it, you might be able to communicate. So the hypothesis goes, but you know, whatever. So if there's anyone here right now, like I said, you should know me by now. I'm not a loud person, not during the day. I'm usually in work half the time. If you hear voices, there's a pub not far from here, so it's probably that. But if anyone is here right now, I forgot to put this back on, wants to communicate with me, let me know. There's a lot of rowdy people going to the pub by the sounds of it. The GoPro, I don't know why it's flashing red. I'm not sure that's going to last too long, to be honest. So hopefully, like I said, if anyone wants to move that pencil to communicate with me right now, or push animal. Animal's the toy, by the way. He's not a toy. Yeah. Please do so. I'm going to walk around now. I'm just going to let the GoPro film the Ouija board. So this is the kitchen. The ghost tube just said something. I don't know what it said, unfortunately. What did it say? How do I tell? Oh, there you go. It's not for you, that's what it said. Okay. What's not for me? Is the Ouija board not for me? Is that what you're trying to say? There's a lot of loud people outside. Creepy mirrors. Now they do say that mirrors sometimes the portals to the other side, so to speak. And you know, at night, no matter how much of a believer or a skeptic you are, mirrors are creepy. As a kid, I used to stand in front of them at night and just stare at my own face in the darkness. And you can literally, because I think it's called hypnagogic. I can never remember. You can literally watch your face morph in front of you if you do it. It's a good little thing to do. It's just basically your eyes adjusting, you know, to the surroundings of the darkness. Your lights, the eyes adjusting to the light, or the lack of light, I should say. And yeah, I used to do it as a kid. And you know. Right there. If there's anyone who wants to speak to me and wants to show themselves in this mirror right now, you would You would make me shit my pants, but I would very much appreciate it. Does anyone want here? If you can't speak to me, at least try and make a sound, like maybe a knock. The GoPro is somehow still going. The pencil hasn't moved. And the ghost tube hasn't said anything for a while. So yeah, if there's anyone here, like I said, you should know me by now. You should know I'm not a bad person. I'm not here to antagonize you. But I'd very much like to talk to anyone, if there's anyone here. Because for those at home, I have no idea. Yeah, I've never heard. I don't know the full history of this house, I should say. But I do know that the houses around here, they're all former mining houses, and they were built at least 120 years ago. Most of these houses were built for the miners, you know, the old collieries close by, which have been shut down now for a number of years. I did just hear a knock in the kitchen.
Help.
The ghost tube just said help. What would you like help with? I am here to try and help as best I can, in whatever way possible. Like I said, I'm not here to cause any harm. I'm just here to have a chat. Pretty much is what I want, to be honest with you. I'm what you call a skeptic. I don't believe ghosts exist. But if you want to prove me wrong right now, now's the time. I know a lot of people have lived in this house before me. I'm pretty sure there was an elderly couple before me. And you know, they might have moved out, I don't know, but the ghost tube just said help again. Now the ghost tube, when I did it on the little baseline tests I did over a couple of days, I did the montage you saw in the beginning, I did that over a couple of days, it wasn't just one day. And a lot of the times it continued the same phrase over and over consecutively. Now like I said, everyone who watches my channel knows my thoughts on ghost apps, I should say, on all the equipment which is used. But like I said, I'm going to forego that for now, just as a baseline experiment for this little paranormal experiment I've given myself for the next couple of months. The first one being in my house, because this is familiar to me. I know all the bangs, the knocks at night. So, you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, if anything else happens, I'll be able to rule out things, so to speak. This is another mirror. In fact, I'm going to go like this. No. So you can see my big bald head in the mirror now. This is the living room mirror. And if there's anything that wants to show themselves in that mirror to me right now, please do. I'm not going to speak all the time because I want the sounds to come through of the house. Alright, I'm going to go upstairs. The pencil has not moved. The GoPro is still going. as you can see, I have fixed it to the tripod extremely professionally with sellotape. And the ghost tube is still going, so I'm going to go upstairs and see what's what. And this is my computer room. Like I said, I got the computer recording audio as well. I mean, it's recording video through my webcam, but you won't be able to see anything because there's no light up here. So this is mainly for the audio. So this is the room I spend 99% of my time in. Does this bother you in any way? Where I'm here in this house? Does anyone here wants to speak to me? Make a sound, make a knock, whatever you want to do. I'd really appreciate it. I forgot what the key to it. I've been here a couple of months now, and even though I've heard bangs and noises, I think the walls are pretty thin. So it's probably neighbours, but who knows, maybe it's not. Creaky doors are creaky. This is the bedroom. This is where all the magic happens. Pretty much me just sleeping, to be honest. But is there anyone in this room? I sleep here, obviously, every night. I think I snore. I'm pretty sure I snore. I wake myself up sometimes. Probably why I'm single. Do I do your head in if there's anyone here? Please make a sound. Or communicate through the Ouija board downstairs. The spirit board, I should say, downstairs. I mean, if you know what it is, it's been around for a number of years. If you know what it is, you should be able to use that to communicate. If you're downstairs and you can see the toy animal, he's not a toy, but you know, if you can see the animal puppet sitting on the Ouija board with a pencil, please do move it. Use any way you want to communicate. I'd very much appreciate it. Pretty sure I can hear someone snoring. Like I said, I have thin walls, so it's probably one of my neighbours. This house is over 120 years old. There's probably been quite a few families here, a couple of generations. Like I said, mainly from a mining community. I have family members who were miners back in the day. You know, they've passed on now. Oh, there you go. Ghost Tube just said here as I come down the stairs. Are you here? I'd very much like to know. Pencil is still in the same space. Same place, sorry. Are you down here right now? If you are, make a sound. Anything you want to. Ghost Tube says here again. If you are truly here, I mean, like I said, make a sound, but feel free to touch me or push me just to let me know you're here. The torch just went out on the Ouija board. It could be a faulty torch, let's be honest, but looks like the battery is working because I just switched it back on, so I don't know. But it's probably not the best of torches, let's be honest. But who knows? Alright, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put the K2 on there, and I'm going to sit in the corner. Torch just went off again. It's probably the batteries. I'm not going to put anything to that, to be honest. But if that is you affecting the torch, feel free to switch it back on. I'm going to say it's batteries, to be honest with you. The K2 is blipping up to the second light. I don't know if that's the light from the torch affecting it.
Here.
Ghost Tube just said here again. And the torch just went off again. I think it's the batteries. Now that is flicking. It's just how weird. It stops when I put my finger next to it. So it's obviously, it's pretty close to the router. I'm going to say it's that, so I'm going to see if I can go that way. There you go, it stopped. There's a pencil on that board if anyone wants to communicate with me. Let me know you're here. Please do so. You have my permission. That's my stomach rumbling, by the way. Now see, I did just hear a knock then. That's my stomach. But I had the heating on about half hour ago, so that is likely the house cooling down. Because like I said, this is an old house, even though it's got plasterboards. That's next door. I shouldn't have done that then. It is an old house, you know, probably old mortar bricks. It's a bit annoying. I can't put that bloody torch on there. If there's anyone there who wants to move that pencil like this, I'm going to spell out my name. My name is D-A-N. I spell my name out. My name is D-A-N. What's your name? Use the pencil to spell your name out. Torch went out again. The battery's gone, by the way. It's not the whatever. See? That was a knock upstairs, but again, my boiler is in this corner where I heard the knock come from. Okay, so I got the Ghost Tube app in my hand, Ouija board in front. The GoPro is not really filming anything anymore, so I'm just going to put it in a random spot. So I got that camera pointing at the Ouija board, me with the app, with Animal, the pencil, the GoPro is pointing at the kitchen. That beeping noise, I think, is supposedly detecting EMF, but I'm not 100% to be honest with you. Right, if there's anyone else here, if there's anyone here, sorry, because nobody has contacted me yet. There's a board on the table right there with a pencil on it. If you want to move the pencil, let me know you're here. Spell your name out, push the toy sitting on the board, whatever you want to do. My stomach is rumbling a lot tonight. It's always bloody rumbling, that's my problem. I can't see the K2 from here, so I have no idea if it's going. If you want to use this, I'm holding this device in my hand, electronic device. If you come towards this device, you might be able to use it to say something. So please do, you have my permission to come forward to me. Move the pencil on the board. Say whatever you want. Just let me know you're here.
Goodbye.
You just told me goodbye. Don't go, because I'd really like to speak to you. I hope this isn't goodbye for forever, if you are here. Another knock from the kitchen, but it's nothing which I don't usually hear anyway. I forgot to say as well, temperature when I first started was about 12 to 13 degrees Celsius. Just for a baseline count. I may title this video "So Terrifying I Had to Live Here." Every paranormal investigation I've ever gone to with a couple of teams, and I have been on film, on and off YouTube. Whenever they say, oh, this is one of the most haunted places we've been to, it pretty much ends up like this right now. Talking into the void with nothing happening. Is it me? Am I too close-minded? I mean, I don't think I am. Even though I am scared. It just said I don't like it. What don't you like? Is it because I'm saying I'm scared and I don't believe you exist? Now's your chance to let me know that you do exist. You would change my life for the better, I say. But yeah, like I said, I know no history about this house. Apart from, I think, an elderly couple that lived here before me. But I think that's a good thing.
Close it.
It just said close it. What do you want me to close? Do you want me to close the Ouija board? I'll close it, but you have to move that pencil first. Move that pencil, spell your name out first. and then I'll close it. I'll stop. Now, obviously, I'm doing this experiment to try and be as open-minded as I possibly can. But obviously, my logic brain still kicks in. You know, it's impossible to shut off. But where was I? I was saying something. Oh yeah, I don't know the history of this house, but I think that's a good thing, because I think if you're a team or a paranormal investigator, whatever, and you go into a place with knowledge of the history, I think that could influence your night or your investigation. I think it would always be better. I think it'd always be better if the investigators didn't know the history of the place they're going to, so they couldn't jump to assumptions and sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? You wouldn't have a confirmation bias then. Because if you went to a place without knowing the history of the place, then you're not gonna, if you hear it just said help me. What do you want help with? You said it now twice tonight. If you want to let me know, I'd be happy to help if I can. See, now, it's mad, right? And I think this happens a lot in paranormal investigations, how your eyes can play tricks on you. When you're in dim light and you've got nothing but like a camera light. I was looking at an animal then and I thought he wobbled. I don't think he did. I think it's just my eyes. I'll check on the camera later on. But to me he looked like he wobbled a bit. But I don't think he did. Now if he turns around, I'm fucking shitting myself and I'm moving out tonight. But I don't think he did. But my plan is with this experiment, like I said, the reason I wanted to do it in my house first is because I know this place very well. A lot of the people who go to like supposedly haunted buildings, castles, pubs, whatever, you always have a certain knowledge and a sort of apprehension of the place. And you know, the littlest bump, which probably always happens, could be, you know, connected to, you know, is that bump the St. Mary or whatever? I don't know. So I think, you know, investigators or groups, whatever, whenever they go to these places, they don't know the place very well. They know the history. Obviously, you can look up on Google or speak to the owners about the history. You can always do that. But they've never stayed there for like a month or 2 months or 3 months with these supposedly haunted places.
Blessed.
You just said blessed. Are you blessed, or would you like to bless me? I think I was baptized as a kid. I can't remember. I have to ask my mother. But yeah, I think if you have a knowledge of the place you're going to, a supposedly haunted place, yet you don't know the building like the owners or people who live there, I think that can also affect your investigation. So this is why I wanted to do this baseline investigation test / experiment in my house first before I go to any supposedly haunted places. So I'll have a knowledge of what these apps shout out. The K2, I can't see it, so I don't know if it's been going. It's behind the animal right now. And I'm going to try one more thing before I close. Like I said, if you want to move that pencil on the board to spell out your name, or if you just let me know you're here, give me a simple yes on the board. I'd very much appreciate it.
Keep recording.
just said keep recording. Well, I'm going to. For as long as I can. But not for too long. You know, unless you tell me something with a bit of substance, or show me something, you know, my camera's going to overheat, so. I put them over there. The K2's there, ghost tube's there. Ouija board is right in front of me. If you want to use that pencil to communicate with me right now, use whatever power you need from my body to move that pencil to spell out your name. Say whatever you want. That beats probably because I touched it then. But I just wanted to move it out of the way of the letters so that you can communicate with me. I did hear a knock upstairs, but again, I think that's just the neighbours, because these, like I said, these walls are quite thin, and you can hear every single thing. Your next door neighbours, terraced houses, see mining houses.
I want it.
Let's say I want it. What do you want? Let me know what you want. And if I can, I'll give it to you. I'm a skeptic. I don't believe you exist. I really want to though. I do definitely want to believe you exist. Please just...
Have we met?
We haven't met. No, we haven't met. But I would very much like to meet you right now. Move the pencil to whatever letter you want. See again going on the tricks of the mind with low light, no sound, camera light. I thought this board was sort of waving then.
Larry.
What does it say? Larry. Now, the thing is, you can tell this app was programmed by someone who was not from the UK, because there's not a lot of Larrys here. Basically short for Lawrence. There's Lawrences here, but we don't call him Larry. Not in South Wales at least anyway, so... That's the only thing with, obviously, out of all the apps, like I said before, I've said my thing about all ghost tech, including apps, in the videos. Go watch them if you want, but like I said, for this experiment, I'm just going to go with it. But the apps... they are programmed with words, obviously into a word bank, because that's the only way they're able to shout them out. They don't just make the words up. The words are programmed into the apps in order to shout them out. And Larry is not really a name you would ever hear around here at least anyway, from South Wales. I'm just going to concentrate on the pencil. Try and will it to move with the power of my mind. If anyone wants to use my mind, please do. Now the K2 is going on to the second light. I don't know if you can see that. But it's not that far away from the router. I probably placed it in the wrong place, but there, to be honest with you. So you asked me to close it earlier. Now I will close it soon. Please just let me know here. If there's anyone here, let me know. Move the pencil, touch me, push me, whatever you want to do.
Work.
Says work. Well, I got work Monday.
I'm not sure.
What are you not sure of? If you're not sure, let me know. Maybe I can help in some way. That was a cough from outside. I'm going to wait for that car to go before I finish up.
Have we met?
Have we met? Well, I've been living here for 6 months now. And if you are here, you haven't introduced yourself to me. That car's still outside. What's he waiting for? He's just idling outside. Don't make it in. Right, one last time before I close up. If there's anyone here wants to communicate with me, let themselves know, if you just want to have a chat, I'm happy to have a chat. I'm not going to patronise you by asking if you want to make a knock. I just want a simple chat, to be honest with you. Or if you can't do that, move this pencil in front of me right now.
Have we met?
I said that 3 times now. We haven't met. But it seems like you don't want to meet right now. So I'm going to close up. And give you one last chance to let me know you're here. Otherwise, I'm just going to close up. Have some to eat. And you can watch me from a distance, whatever you want to do. Excuse me. Okay. So that is me done with my little experiment. It pretty much went exactly how I thought it was going to go, because I live here. But yeah, like I said, it was just a baseline experiment in my own house, because I know this place very well. So the theory is, or the hypothesis, whatever you want to call it, if I do go to supposedly a very haunted place, in theory I should get more than what I've had tonight, if that's how it works. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I mean, the skeptic in me expected this to go like it did. But the other tiny little 5% of my brain is sort of glad they went this way, because I gotta sleep here tonight. I gotta live here. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave a something new to my channel. I don't do this quite often, but this is going to be an ongoing experiment. You just asked me if I'm scared. I'm not. If you want to make me scared before I go, now's your chance. Now is your chance. I'm about to just sign off. I'm about to sign off. Now is your chance. No? Alright, I'm going. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.